All right, listen up, all of you in Missouri. All right, I know there are a lot of you, so listen up. On Monday, the Missouri State Senate will return from a week-long spring break and pick up where they left off, a weekend-long spring break. They're going to pick up where they left off with Senate Bill 49. All right, this is a piece of legislation we've talked about a lot. Missouri Save Adolescents from Experimentation Act. It's a SAFE Act. It's one of those that we've been promoting in various states, and they're moving quite rapidly. Well, it's kind of been delayed. It hasn't been voted on yet. There's Democratic opposition to it, but a group of Republicans in the Senate will try to force a final vote on the bill this next week. And they're being led by the bill's sponsor, State Senator Mike Moon. He joins us now to discuss the measure and how you can help. Senator Moon, welcome to Washington Watch.
Thank you, Mr. Perkins. I'm grateful to be on your show.
Well, a lot of our regular viewers and listeners hear often about SAFE Acts because they're moving across the country. Many red states are passing these to protect children. But just so our folks are completely familiar with this bill, because they differ from state to state, what does it do there in Missouri?
The SAFE Act, Senate Bill 49 in Missouri, will prohibit the hormone therapy and also surgical therapies and procedures on minor children in the state.
Pretty straightforward, just protecting children. And these are the ones under 18. We don't let them do a lot of other things, get tattoos, buy guns and alcohol. It makes sense that we would wait until they have matured to make these life-altering decisions. So what happened last week before you went into the break for the spring?
Well, the bill had been called up the week before that. It was filibustered for a short time, and then it was laid over on the informal calendar. The informal calendar will allow it to be pulled up at any point, and it really doesn't have to be brought up again. But we have the assurance that it will be brought up again on Monday the 20th when we return from spring break. And we hope that the Republican leadership will allow the Democrats to actually see if they want to take the floor and keep it to show their resolve. We have yet to force their hand, and I think it's high time that we do that. So we're hopeful that the bill will be perfected on Monday or the following day, and then be third read that same week and send it over to the House for them to take it up and pass it out and send it to the governor.
So, Senator Moon, you're preparing for this. You've put out a call for people to come to the state capitol there in Missouri on Monday morning,
Yeah.
a prayer gathering. Tell us about that.
Yeah, at 11:30 a.m. on Monday the 20th, we'll have prayer in the first floor rotunda, and folks across the state are welcome to join in. And then at 2 o'clock, we'll have rally and filibuster watch. This will be a time where those who join us can actually talk to their senators and get them to pledge their support. And then we need to put pressure on the leadership, too, to allow the Democrats to filibuster until they wear themselves out or until we can get this bill to a vote.
Give us the makeup of the Senate there in terms of the breakdown party-wise and the ideological breakdown of the Senate.
We have 34 senators in Missouri, 24 are Republicans. And for this bill particularly, I have gotten pledges of support from all of them. So there's no reason we can't bring the bill to a vote. It's just that now we just need to have the resolve of the leadership to allow it to play itself out. And there is an option that many don't really care for. It's called the previous question. We call it PQ for short.
Right.
And what that would do if it's promoted and passed, it would stop all debate. The filibuster would be stopped and the bill would come to a vote. If we get the bill to a vote, I'm confident that we'll have 24 votes in support.
What would then be the next step for this bill?
Then it would be third read. We're in the perfection phase now. That's a common name that we can amend the bill if needed. And then the next step would be third read, which could happen the next day. And then from there, it would be sent to the House. They would start the process all over again. And hopefully they would pass it out without changes. And then it would be sent to the governor.
What do the prospects look like in the House?
Very good. enough support, I believe, to send a bill such as the one we are deliberating in the Senate. And I believe it could be passed without changes. And even if it is changed slightly, it could go to conference committee with a contingent from both the House and the Senate. We could pass it out from there, and then it would go on to the governor for his signature at that time.
All right, Senator Moon. So I got this clear. Monday morning, 11:30, a prayer gathering at the state capitol there in
Yes,
Missouri, followed by a rally at 2 p.m.
you got it correct. That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to encourage all our listeners that can make their way to the state capitol there in Missouri to join you on Monday. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your leadership in protecting children.
You're welcome, Tony.